Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Tonight I'm out here by myself, just getting a few pictures of the last couple bulls that are going to be sold this fall and actually in the next week or two. And I noticed something, and you're not going to be able to see it probably above these cattle, but there must be, I don't know, 150 or more dragonflies over the top of these cows. And the dragonflies, their primary target are flies. They attack flies. I'm going to zoom in. There, I bet you can see them now. I mean, they are all over the tops of these cattle. There must be 150, 200. I've never seen them this thick before. They're feeding on the flies that are stupid enough to come off the top of the back of the cow, and they nail them. The dragonflies, look at them. I wish you could see it in real time. It's just unbelievable. I've never seen this many of them. But again, it goes back to, your animals on flies, the animals that have the slickest hair coats, like this little heifer in front of me. She doesn't have any flies on her at all, like maybe 3. And the cows that have more hair on them, they tend to accumulate more flies. They're the cattle all bundled together. We moved them in here about 3 hours ago, and they've all fed. They're all full, and they'll be moved in the morning onto another piece of this beautiful grass. But I tell you what, these cattle and the calves, everything is just absolutely performing 100%. There are some animals in here you can just tell are just doing a little better than others, and you can, look at the hair coat on that bull. I mean, he's just slick as a button. That's a young bull. He's a yearling. He'll be one that will be marketed next year. He's gonna make a good one, KP6. You see how slick he is? Just slick as a button. He doesn't have any winter hair coat left on him anywhere. Just needs a little bit more age on him. This is our first calf heifer right here. She's a beaut. Got a beautiful little udder on her. Got a nice calf. Good mama. That little cow there will weigh about 900. I like those kind of. There's just a lot of really nice looking animals here. There's old 10. I wanted to show you this guy. Man. So this will be one that'll be marketed next year. Look at that. I mean, he is nothing but a man. I don't know how you make a bull any prettier than that one. He'll probably go into the macho group next year as one that we'll keep, just the next year just to get his genetics. God, he's just a year old. Look at that. I mean, he is just unbelievable. Oh, beautiful set of testicles. Oh my gosh. When he walked away, the cow, and she's got some suitors too, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 bulls gonna get her bred. You believe they've only been in here 3 hours? I mean, they have taken down some forage. But, there's 350 some head in here. Well, that's a pretty cow. That's a 4-year-old right there. God, look how slick she is. Y'all notice something about her back? She didn't have any flies on her. Yeah, there's a few little ones, but she doesn't have very many. Got a pretty calf, 111. Just a beautiful, beautiful evening to be out walking around the cows. And we got another 1/4 inch of rain, which is always a welcome sight. You know, we're here in the last week of August, or coming up to the last week. We got our sheep days coming. Sheep pickup days are coming this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we'll get rid of all the sheep and the guard dogs, ewe lambs, rams, and withers will all be marketed in 3 days. So we got a bunch of people coming for that. Where's that little bull I've been looking for? 994. Where have you been? He's a beaut. Just a nice little bull. Very slick, you know, just a nice average South Pole, slick-haired, tight sheaf, well-mannered bull. And he's going to get thicker. He'll get a little bit taller. He's probably about 800 pounds. He's going to definitely get thicker, heavier, but I would say mature, you're looking at about a 1,200 pound bull there. I looked everywhere for him tonight. I was going to take a picture of him. As soon as this video's done, if it's not too dark, I'm going to take a picture of him. I just walked past Grandma a while ago. She's got her new calf. She's doing good with it. And we brought in 2 steers this morning to the processor. And those are going out to several families. And it's a good thing to be able to sell meat off of grass. You know, that's all you've got in them is grass and mineral, and some, you know, of course, water. But there's just, you know, it's what you have in your animals. You know, a lot of people say, well, you know, you got to suffer this and this and this to make a living on grass-fed beef. Well, if you don't have a lot in them, you don't have to, you know, get huge prices for the steers. And I think there's a great thing if people can get out on the land and raise a couple beasts for themselves and their family. There's no healthier animal or meat to put in your stomach than meat off of grass. This is the way it's been done for thousands of years. And I think we really need to wake up and look at what's happening. You know, they tried to pass a tax on that last infrastructure bill that was going to be, I think it was a $170 tax on every cow in the United States, $20 on every hog. Folks, we need to wake up. We've got people making laws that's absolutely going to ruin us. And there was a senator in Iowa that caught wind of it and actually got a bipartisan bill, bipartisan sponsorship, and got it defeated. But they're not done. They're coming after us. And you know, the people who don't want to cheat and meat, animal rights, whatever. I don't care if they don't want to eat meat. That's their deal, but don't try and influence what we do. I mean, this is a free country, and that's what makes America so great, is we don't have to do what everybody tells us to do. That's, you know, it's called a democracy, not a dictatorship. And when people start trying to dictate exactly what they want you to do, I'm gonna push back on that. So, you know, be aware, contact your local senators, let them know, you know, you're not going to stand for it. You're not going to take away animals that we need on the land to make a living for our families and to feed our families. We're not going to eat glyphosate-laced soy burgers in replacement of this. It's just not going to happen. And if it does, you better get ready for the biggest health wreck you've ever seen in the United States. That's what's going to happen. We need to eat good meat, but it's got to be produced on land. The animals need to have a good life, and they do out here. And this is the way it's happened for thousands of years. And all of a sudden, in 2021, oh, we got to put this tax, this emission tax, and this ozone tax, you know, all this crap. You know, it's just crap. That's what it is. And it's a way to tax us. And I just got a letter from a guy in New Zealand. I didn't know about it, but they got a ute tax starting in 2022. Anybody that buys a small pickup in New Zealand, they got to pay a $5,000 tax. And that $5,000 is going to the next person that buys an electric vehicle. And the farmers in New Zealand are just getting hammered. I mean, their markets are 10,000 miles away. And now they're talking about, you know, forcing the farmers to reduce their stocking rate. And there's going to be a tax put on the cows too, per cow. It just seems like they're trying to destroy their whole livelihood. And New Zealand is a very agricultural-based country. I don't know what they're thinking, but I don't think they are thinking. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off here because I want to get a picture of that bull before it gets too dark. Enjoying the night. Sorry I went off on that rant, but I just want to make people aware there are people out there trying to stop your livelihood and discontinue something that's happened for centuries and put us forward on a projected path that may not be so good. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. Everyone have a great one, and hit that subscribe button all the way out, and we'll see you next time.